Hi, it's Clark Reid back with more tech headlines. You know, if you like these reports, you can help us out by mashing that like button. You can also subscribe so you know when each new electrifying report comes out, or at least electrified, because without the power, we wouldn't be here, obviously, and neither would you. Over the weekend, an internal memo leaked out indicating Elon Musk will give stock grants to employees of Twitter based on a $20 billion valuation, less than half what he paid to acquire the platform last fall. The Verge.com reports Musk sees a, quote, clear but difficult path to achieving a $250 billion valuation, which would eventually make Twitter's current stock grants worth 10 times as much as they are now, if this actually ends up panning out, of course. Just like the Musk-owned SpaceX, Twitter will also reportedly let employees cash out their stock grants at specified periods. Meanwhile, Musk is looking for the culprit or culprits that leaked Twitter source code and made it public. Twitter moved on Friday to have the leaked code taken down by sending a copyright infringement notice to GitHub, an online collaboration platform for software developers, which the code was posted on according to a legal filing. They may or may not be a white knight, I should say, but First Citizens Bank out of North Carolina has purchased all the deposits and loans of Silicon Valley Bank. According to GeekWire.com, the deal was reported late Sunday night by the FDIC. The 17 branches of the former Silicon Valley Bank are now open as locations of First Citizens Bank. First bought about $72 billion in assets at a discount of $16.5 billion. Loans won't change under the new ownership. The FDIC said it will receive up to $500 million in First Citizen stock as part of the deal and expects to book about $20 billion in losses from the Deposit Insurance Fund. Once it fully terminates the receivership, it still holds about $90 billion in securities and other assets from Silicon Valley Bank. Non-invasive blood glucose monitoring is still a ways into the future, apparently. AppleInsider.com says it now looks to be 3 to 7 years away. Right now, Apple's working on its needs to perfect the algorithms and onboard sensors, like a silicon photonics chip, to make it work with the Apple Watch. This also includes shrinking it to the size of a module that can fit into a small and thin package that is an Apple Watch. That's according to Mark Gurman from Bloomberg. We reported earlier Apple had created a monitor that works, but it takes up a whole tabletop, so it's going to be a challenge to condense that down into part of the Apple Watch. Meta has revived the Oculus name, at least for their VR publishing arm. It'll now be Oculus Publishing, according to AndroidCentral.com. More than a name change is going on, too. They have over 150 titles in active development, including several titles that are widely anticipated, apparently. Other highly anticipated upcoming Quest games, according to a quote. The Quest 3 will launch with 41 new apps and games. Meta has pumped cash into at least 300 virtual reality titles through Oculus Publishing now. There is an unconfirmed rumor that the company has quietly shut down the insanely expensive Metaverse project, the pet project of Mark Zuckerberg that reportedly cost some $14 billion last year and $10 billion the year before that. I'm Clark Reid, and you're Technified for now.